You may not realize it, but that kind of an expression gives a very wrong impression. You are saying in your own way that you are insecure, you are sad, or you display a lack of confidence. This is episode 30 of Dream 100 Show. Welcome to the show, listeners. Each week, we interview today's most successful and inspiring business owners with winning teams, or we explore one aspect of evolving business owners, cultivating their inner strengths for personal growth, which will impact business growth positively. Join us as we bring you everything that goes on in the minds of successful business owners during decision making process and gain insights to make smarter decisions. Welcome to yet another episode of Dream 100 Show, listeners. In today's episode, we will be touching upon the topic body language mistakes at the workplace. Body language is a form of nonverbal communication. Body language involves facial expressions, gestures, touch, eye movements, use of the space, and posture. When it comes to body language in the workplace, it includes actions and behavior and can be used to improve communication and make a very positive impression. Body language has a very strong influence on how people perceive you. So, are we paying attention to the signals which we are sending out without speaking? So let's learn the messages that we are sending out to our co-workers non-verbally through our gestures. Decoding and becoming conscious of our gestures can help us to become a more effective and persistent communicator. So now let's go ahead and decode this body language mistakes which people are prone to committing at the workplace. Welcome to the 30th episode of Dream 100 Show. In this episode, we will be decoding about the common body language mistakes which people do. Let me share an incident of a very close friend come business owner. I know that he has no intention of hurting me. He respects me, values me, and trusts me as a person. But what constantly puts me off is that he is continuously scrolling his mobile screen, or as he is talking, he is looking towards the door. Because it is in his office we had a meeting, but that does not give you the right to put the person with whom you are meeting at an uncomfortable position by either looking at the screen or looking at the door and then coming back to the conversation. After this, I told him that I will never ever meet him in his office. If he wants to even have a business meeting, we will have it in a neutral place and not in his office, as that constant distraction was distracting me. Take a moment and think about the meetings where you have experienced this kind of a put-off behavior. So what are the common things that which people expect in a business meeting? Let's start off with understanding the body posture. Whenever you are in a meeting, sitting straight in the chair with your back remaining upright indicates that you are competent, enthusiastic, and most importantly, you are paying attention to what the opposite person is saying. Or if you are discussing with your teammates, whosoever is speaking, if you can pay attention to the person who is speaking by turning your face in the direction of the person who is speaking sends positive signals. During such kind of meetings, if you can place your arms on either side of the chair and not on your mobile phone, gives a very positive message to the speaker. Sometimes during long meetings, it so happens that we tend to slouch, but be aware of the fact that whenever you are slouching, it conveys incompetency. It gives the message that you are less energetic and you are not caring about what the other person is saying, and you're not positive. So be aware of your posture whenever you are in meetings, however short or long it is. As poor postures are not only bad for physical and emotional health, it also conveys that you are inattentive. And do not rub your hands during meetings, as it conveys the message that I am not buying this or I am not interested in this. So I hope we have just had an idea of what the body posture is. Now let's move on to the role of hands. When you are in a meeting, let your hands be visible. Relax your shoulders and do not clench your hands. So when we are fidgeting our hands, it is giving a signal, again saying that we are disinterested in the meeting discussion or we are feeling bored. And when it comes to using your hands where you are twirling a lock of hair or tapping the legs, or sometimes this is another one major put off, where in a meeting I see that people are playing with the objects which are kept on the table. All these actions are very, very distracting. It may be due to nervousness, but fidgeting too much in a meeting will cause the people who are present in the meeting to think that we are not in the same page. So bring in that awareness and that consciousness in the meetings or in a conversation, whether you are tapping your foot, rubbing your nose, or twisting your thumb. Let the entire focus be on making eye contact and keeping your hands visible and not on fidgeting. Now, the next area that I would like to focus upon are our facial expressions. I have seen that when people approach somebody in the workstation, just look up to them with a smile and greet them in a relaxed way. So this gives an impression saying that you're warm, friendly, and you are approachable. And be conscious of what the person is saying. Just because something is not going on right in whatever you're working does not mean that you have to look at them with an angry or an irritated or a frustrated face. You may not realize it, but that kind of an expression gives a very wrong impression. So be aware of your expressions, whatever might be the case. Look at the persons who are approaching you with a smile and again make eye contact and give attention to what the person is saying. Now let's come to eye contact. Eye contact matters. Yes, it definitely matters. When you're not looking at a person eye to eye, it causes them to think that this person is not engaging with me. See, sometimes in a meeting, if you are just looking down or you're staring at the floor, what is the message you are giving to the opposite person? You are saying in your own way that you are insecure, you are sad, or you display a lack of confidence. So, eye contact is very important during meetings or in a conversation. If your phone is, and this is one more thing which is very common in during meetings, people keep their phones on their laps and constantly they are looking at the phones, the notifications, of course, even with muted notifications, their entire attention is on the phone and not on what is going on. So if your phone is causing you to look down and avoid eye contact, then you are giving a very wrong signal and showing disrespect to the people in the meeting. So don't allow people to devalue you because of your actions. When you are passing by in a common area in the office, maybe I have seen this during my consultancy times, that in certain offices, people keep meeting each other for various reasons, a set of people. So at such times, they do not know how to react or respond. Just make eye contact, raise your brows, and give a smile. That is more than enough. It is showing that you are acknowledging that the other person is looking at you, and it makes the other person also feel safe and signals that you are friendly towards them. And then during meetings, another common thing is that which people tend to make mistakes is that they cross their arms over their chest. Or when you are placing lot of objects between you and the person you are speaking to, it is sending a signal that you are just pretending to be engaged. Your mind is somewhere else. This is what your body language is communicating to them. So keep your upper body open, indicating that you have a willingness to listen to what the other person is saying. If you want to know how your body language is conveying signals to people, just make a mental note of your actions, or just talk to your friends and colleagues regarding your body language and just ask them, what is that action of yours that is distracting them, and how do they feel about it when you are focusing on your mobile, or when you are not making eye contact, or when you are fidgeting with your hands. So these are all the things which our friends as well as our co-workers or our colleagues will tell us where we are going wrong. So, and take note of your habits. After all, life is a theater, right? And being aware of how you present yourself is very important at work. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful listener. And please go ahead and share your thoughts. Never lose out on an opportunity to learn about cultivating your inner strengths on Dream 100 Show. We strongly believe that life is just a play. We win some, we lose some, we miss some, and we mess with some. So enjoy your journey and play it to the fullest. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Dream 100 Show. And now make a smart decision of taking the next step towards building your trust and your dreams. Don't forget to subscribe to Dream 100 Show and leave a review on Apple Podcast. Share your biggest takeaways with us and follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. For more details, shoot an email to us. This is Savitha signing off, and catch you soon in our next episode.